Hello, Internet, and welcome to Lords of Misrule. Welcome back. We are here today, minus a few, plus a few more. So thank you for joining us. We were off last week, so there's been a few kind of things that have gone on here on Game Nights that you can check out. We'll go ahead and do our kind of announcements and go over some of that really quick, and then we'll get into the game. We had, let me see, I'm trying to think back 2 weeks now. We had our last session of, I guess we had an episode of Matrimony 2 weeks ago. I forgot what we played.
How could you not remember it?
What did we play? I remember it being terrible.
Murdered.
Oh, that's right.
Soul
Yeah,
Suspect.
we played Murdered Soul Suspect.
Dead cop.
Geez, so if you want a scathing review of that game, check it out on YouTube.
It was a very funny episode.
Yeah, it was. But then we had our another session of Wonderworld this last Thursday. It was Ryan's last session DMing, as we were kind of getting into the conclusion of this game. We'll have another session 2 weeks from that Thursday, so about a week and a half from now, where I'll be running, and we'll be kind of hitting into our finale. I think we're planning on 2 or 3 more sessions of that, but keep an eye out. We'll let you know what our timeline is going to look like and what's going to come next. We are we announced a few weeks back that we were going to be moving to weekly for Lords of Misrule. We are missing next week again, unfortunately, though. Savannah and I will once again be out of town, and it would be weird to run it without me, I think. Somebody can try, but good luck. But yeah, so we're going to be taking another week off from Lords of Misrule. I think that'll put our next session on the 23rd. That'll be at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or Daylight Time, or whatever time we are in now. And I can't think of what else. When's the next episode or session of Wild Space? I think that's on the 25th. All right.
Maybe.
Next session of Wild Space would hopefully be on the 25th, so I'll be after Misrule, but we'll keep you updated on that. Matrimony this Thursday. Cyberscape going up this Wednesday. I think that's it. Any other announcements? I miss anything? Any words of wisdom anybody wants to give? Advice to the stream on just living a happy and fulfilling life? No? Okay. Well, then we will get this game started. So everybody sit back, relax, and prepare yourself for this next session, next episode of Lords of Misrule. And welcome back. Last time on Lords of Misrule, we had a couple of thrilling events take place. So in this continuing aftermath of this gang war between the factions of Gothford, and after some dramatic encounters between Sebastian and Gura and dragons and all sorts of mess and shakeups happening.
The rest of us were there too.
Yeah, some of you were. After a lot of shakeups, last session we had another encounter between Sebastian and Gura's minions, now former minions, as they have sort of, I guess, pledged themselves or begrudgingly accepted the leadership of Sebastian and your friends, your faction here, after having asserted your alpha status over the pack. You had been planning or working on assisting your two kind of patrons at this point, Finn Striker and Aya Sharp, both of which needing some assistance in some turf disputes happening in their corners of our fair city. Both of them being directly targeted by other faction heads, and we're looking for you to make some moves on them, presumably taking out their competition. You were making some plots and some plans for this, and while you were on your route to, I guess, work out some of the details with your new cronies on the subway, you were attacked by some vampire assassins who had, presumably under the orders of Cordelia's mother, Natalie Strega. You fought them off with the help of a mysterious figure who revealed themselves to be Cordelia's half-brother, Ashley. Ashley with a few cryptic words, met you all at the laundry joint shortly after that, and with a few cryptic words to end last session, mentioned to Cordelia that they needed to talk about their father. And that is where we are going to pick up, I think, right after those words being said. You are, I guess, Enza, Cordelia, Sebastian, currently at Clove's laundry joint, sitting in the kind of dimly lit interior. Clove, I imagine you're probably listening to this conversation near the bar as you're carrying on your business, and Ashley sitting across from the three of you and sort of waiting for a response.
What?
Do I need to say it again, or do you?
Yes.
All right, we need to talk about our father.
You understand my confusion?
Yes. I'd imagine that this might come as a little bit of a shock to you that our mother lied to you.
Oh, yeah. That's the shock.
Your father, Philip Evanwood, is also my father.
You piece of shit.
Natalie is not my mother. At least by birth. I mean, she did raise me, but...
I am, I think, suffering some effects of blood loss.
I can only imagine. Do you need another drink?
I just hand over a whiskey immediately.
Oh my gosh.
Listen, I don't want to drag this out any more than it needs to.
Then explain.
Do you know what Philip was before he joined the Nosfori?
No, not really.
You knew he was an assassin, right?
Yeah, close to it.
Did you know he specifically assassinated vampires for a long time?
No, she left that part out of the story.
Our father was a vampire hunter for a while in another life. And I don't know all the details, but when I was very young, only an infant before I can even remember, I was captured by the Nosfori during one of Father's hunts, and I was turned as leverage against him. Natalie's doing her plan. And Philip was given a choice to hunt and slay his own son or to join the Nosfori.
Well, you're still here.
And obviously that's what he chose, and that's what you remember is him working for them only for the fear of his son's life. And I grew up never knowing this, being told that he wasn't my father, that Natalie was my mother, and my father was some vampire lord that was slain in one of the early skirmishes with the Empire.
So you didn't know anything?
No. I didn't know until, well, just before Father left. And Natalie kept Philip close. There was no love between them, only obligation, and from that obligation, you were born. And soon after that, Philip learned some things about Natalie and about the Nosfori's plans to retake the city. And that's why he left, to protect us, to do whatever it is he wanted to do. And I don't know if he's alive or dead, but before he left, he told me the truth.
But he left. You didn't kill him.
No. They sent people after him. I only assume he's dead. But none returned with his head.
I think I read this romance novel a couple of years ago.
Fiction is often stranger than reality, so I understand this might be difficult to believe. But I've been doing my part and keeping up the act and pretending to be the dutiful son for as long as I could.
That's one word for it.
But I learned recently of Natalie's plans to, well, her plans for you and your companions here.
Which I assume are death. Bloody
Yes.
terrible death. Okay.
Death for you, probably turning your friends to join her forces.
That's fun.
Yeah, that's not really in my whole plan.
You would make a mean vampire.
That's just a scary thought. The like I'm big enough and I break things enough. Oh god.
Yeah. Don't make her like the idea even more. So, okay.
But that's her plan for the city at this point. Death or
Taxes.
subservience. You could say so.
That's a bad joke. She must really hate me.
Well, you had your use and she was using you as leverage. And now that you've left the fold and Father isn't here to protect you, I think she's beginning to question why she kept you around. And that's why.
Beginning to.
Yes.
I don't mean because of the assassins. I mean because she let you treat me like shit for our entire lives. You know how many times you pulled that pure blood nonsense on me?
I know. That's why your lineage is why you have, I think, the best shot of being able to do something here. You're a daywalker. You have the same abilities. You have a small amount of the same power she does.
Is that what they call me?
Some, but you have her powers and very few of the weaknesses, and that's why she wants you gone. You can't be turned, and you can't be brought into the fold that way. So, I'm telling you this now because I don't have a choice, but I have to get back and I have to keep up this charade.
Okay.
We need to meet again soon and decide what we're going to do because it's only going to get worse from here. I know that you were attacked recently by some of the police force that is now under our mother's thumb.
Oh yeah, real subtle.
And that's just the beginning of it. I don't know what she's planning from here, but it's only going to get worse. Especially with the infighting and a lack of any to truly oppose her.
I can think of someone.
All right. I'm going to go.
You know where to find me.
If you need me, I'll try to visit that bookstore daily. You can leave a message for me there.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks.
Whatever I can do. Good luck, sister. And he gets up very quickly and leaves in a hurry.
God's been damned. If this is family, I'm so glad I don't have one.
I don't think they're all like this.
Yeah, I mean, Sotos have drama, but nothing like this.
So is your dad gonna want to kill us? Just making sure.
I don't know. I don't think I know much anymore.
How much of what he just said should we take at face value?
I believe him. Ashley's a lot of things, but he has never been afraid to tell me exactly how he feels about anything. Including my stupid face, so...
I guess my next question is, do we go and tell Aya and Finn about the Nosfori? Do we assume they know, or how close are we playing this to our chests?
I don't know. Pros and cons to both. I can't imagine they're totally unaware. This is so fucked.
Yeah.
More drinks.
Keep them coming.
I just pull out the bottle and sit it on the counter.
So you guys have a few more drinks to close out the evening. Are you guys doing anything else tonight, or are you guys going to call it and go and take a long rest?
I
Probably
think we've
call
done
it.
enough today.
Okay. Well, night passes. You head back to your places and get some rest. Can restock on hit points and all that other goodies. Waking the next day, where would you guys like to go? You guys meeting back at the laundry joint? Just go ahead and cut there. Okay. So we'll say you're back at the head back to the joint. Probably not just kind of a few of the regulars in there right now, as it is morning. Not a lot of drinkers at this time, but there are a couple. There is Haran, who's currently in there too, sitting at a table with a few of his ledgers. And as you enter, and Clove, you're in there too, I'd imagine at this point, the Hard looks up and gives you all a smile and says, well, good morning, everyone. It doesn't look like a good morning. Never mind. I'll take that back.
It's the morning.
That it is. Everything all right?
You know, whole world's in chaos. What else could go wrong?
Sure. I mean, making the most of it, though. Try to look on the bright side. Stay positive. All still alive, aren't we?
Yeah.
For now.
You stay positive. We're gonna be pessimistic. It's gonna be great. It'll be fine. We'll all play our role.
Well, what's your business today, then?
Isn't that the question?
What do you want to do, Cord?
Don't know.
Pretty much your mom's gonna keep coming after us. We know that.
Yeah.
Should
And
we invest in holy water, holy oil? What do we do against vampires?
What do we do against vampires? What do I
And-
know that we do against vampires?
will any of this hurt Cordelia? Like, I don't want to collateral damage her.
A little bit.
I think Cordelia, you're intimately familiar with the weaknesses of vampires. I don't think none of them affect you. But
radiant
yeah.
damage does.
Yes, radiant. That's the one difference.
Don't do me a radiant.
Yeah.
It'll hurt
so-
real bad.
So actually, in that case, holy water would affect you
Don't
then.
splash me.
But the sunlight does. So sunlight, running water, both of them can cause vampires a bit of pain. Can't enter like a private domicile without invitation. But it has to be like a home. Can't be like an apartment or a like public building. You know that. What else is there? But yeah, radiant damage, holy water, holy things can mess them up.
Stake through the heart is nothing.
Stake through the heart
Unless
will.
What is it? Are there already in there?
Yeah, well, you saw this yesterday when you kill the vampire, or when you do enough damage to them to what would kill a normal person, they instead kind of turn into mist and have to return to their resting place, typically a coffin or graveyard or something like that, or and they have to recuperate there. And it's while they're in this weakened form that if you stake them through the heart, it will paralyze them, allowing you to finish them off or imprison them forever.
What about chopping off heads? Is that anything?
That would be a great way to hurt them.
Okay, but probably it'll grow back.
It'll
Yeah,
grow,
I mean,
yeah.
that dude ate dynamite and he shrugged it off a few seconds later.
Yeah, they regenerate pretty
Cordelia
quickly.
knows all this.
Yeah.
Savannah has consumed too much vampire mythos at this point in her life to remember
Yeah.
what's in which book.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you know that much.
Okay, well, there you go. I won't repeat all of it.
Well, we know a priest or two who might be willing to supply us with some holy water. But other than that, I don't know. Aya's got her territorial beef. Could help out with that. Could chase down a few leads of my own. Yeah, this stuff with your mom is kind of pressing, but I don't know, maybe you need a break from it for a day, half a day.
If I can stay alive that long, we're gonna have to come up with a plan.
I think Haran chimes in and he says, Well, like Sebastian here said, if you're in need of religious guidance, I can put you in contact with Basil again.
It's not a bad idea. It worked out mostly in our favor last time.
Basil added a little spice to the chaos. Not quite sure whether we got burned by it or not.
Eh,
I'm sure he'd be willing to help with whatever it is you were looking to do.
I hope so.
Otherwise, he's just going to sit around for the next couple hours and do absolutely nothing. So,
Yeah, let's pay old Basil a visit.
Yeah.
At the very least, buy some holy water off him. Who knows? I don't know if we can turn whatever Aya's beef is into heist form again.
We can try.
okay. Do you guys want to head over to the chapel then?
Go into the chapel and gonna see Bass.
Which Clove sings all the way there.
Oh,
So you guys
give me a
walk
cat
to-
again for a bit.
you guys walk to the kind of lower Gothford boundary and find yourselves outside of that little kind of cramped little cathedral sandwiched between two larger business I guess structures or industrial buildings, and it looks as the same as it was when you left the last week.
It's been a whole week.
It's been basically a week.
My goodness.
So yeah, you guys knock on the door and head inside. I assume the open doors to the chapel. I don't know if they're locked or not.
There haven't been working locks in there for a very long time.
You guys push open the doors to the dimly lit interior, and you see the kind of rickety wooden structure. And begin.
I'm wondering if you can see this from this vantage. Yeah, I don't think you see anyone in there at first, but like kind of looking around for a bit, I think you hear him before you see him, just a low groaning snore coming from one of the pews towards the front of the chapel.
In times of trouble, people turn to religion.
I think Sebastian is gonna get up close, not like leaning right over him, but standing at the end of the pew and just very loudly, "We have come to give the great Gabagool homage this day."
And like you hear like the clink of like bottles rolling underneath the pews, and just as kind of takes about a little while, he's like a little taken aback. Yes, of course, it's Seabass and Amelia, and of course I remember you. He says confidently.
Good to see you too, Basil.
Is it whatever? I didn't find out what Thursday was in this world in the interim. But is it that day already?
I'm trying to think. I'm not gonna go find our calendar buried somewhere to figure out what day it is, what day of the week it is. Well, we come with a couple potential business opportunities for you, ways to help fill the coffers for Gabagool.
You don't say. Well, would anyone care for something to drink. I'm going to make myself some coffee. Where is he? Have you gone? I haven't. Do we have? There's no NPC names on backlog, is there?
No, I don't think I have any.
All right, then I'll just say Jeffrey.
Oh, great.
Oh no, here it comes.
You hear the little padding of claws against the ground, the wooden paneling of the church, and a very screechy kind of bark or yip as a little dog approaches from underneath the pews, and followed by a just terrible smell that comes along with it.
Jeffrey, could you make some coffee for me and our guests, please?
It just lets out two ruff, ruff, in a very sort of almost mechanical sense, and then turns around and keeps and pads away.
If you need an appendage with a thumb, there should be something nearby, next to the filters.
That's a very well-trained dog, if it can make coffee.
Something like that, yes.
That dog needs a bath or a lily of the dead, one of the two.
You're not wrong. But if would you like to have a seat anywhere? Is this the nature of this business clandestine? Should we go into the basement and the meeting area, or is out here sufficient?
Well, out here for at least one of the things. How much holy water you got stocked up in, or how long would it take you to make some?
Well, are we talking about just, holy water? Or are we talking about holy water TM?
Something we might be able to use to put the hurt on some vampires.
I see. Well, you've all gotten a bit busy since I last seen you. How much were you looking for?
Okay, now there's holy water, which is like something you throw at them, and holy oil that you apply to weapons, right? That's how it usually works in D&D.
Yeah, I actually don't think there's a specific thing for holy oil existing in the game. There's just oil under the adventuring thing. I would say, or the adventuring like gear list, I'd say that we could work something out, like blessing some standard oil to use as a weapon, or applying it to a weapon or something.
Mm-hmm.
But you can apply, let me double check this, but I think you can apply holy water to a weapon. No, you can use it as a weapon. Never mind. Yeah.
Okay.
So
we can work something out.
I did, in the time since we've last engaged with each other, I did dabble into a Xenophel's Guide and have picked up a spell called Ceremony. This is more for Sean than the players.
Yeah.
So it's possible that I can bless water. Don't know if that would affect oil at all. Doesn't say oil. But this in game, that sort of thing does come with a bit of a price tag to it.
How much are we talking?
Well, to do the thing itself, there's a bit of a cost on me. It's quite expensive. Just to just the materials themselves cost up to 30 gold worth of different sort of elements like powdered silver that you can't get back, I'm afraid. And then there's the fact that it does require a great deal of effort on my part. So there would also be time cost there as well. So I'm thinking that I could part with, or set you up with some holy water for, by the vial, I believe, for no more than 40 gold pieces.
Per a vial.
Yes. Unless, of course, I will cut you a deal. If you happen to have just 30 gold of powdered silver on you, then I would be happy to take that cost off and just do it for mere 10 gold. Or
Well, I don't know about that, but this might bring us to the second item of business, which maybe helping cut you in on that might defray some costs. Don't know how much you know or how you feel about the different families in the city, but we've got some who we may have the ear of and come to us from time to time. They pay well and might be willing to cut you in on this in exchange for some goods and services, perhaps.
I try not to take sides in this whole thing. Bit of a free agent. It's kind of important to me that I don't take a hard stance.
Fair enough. I mean,
But what job do you have in mind?
do we know any details about the eye sharp thing other than who is it that's attacking her?
Carmen.
Carmen Etlinger.
Carmen.
Yeah. All you know is that Aya Sharp's territory is currently under threat by Carmen, and Aya has specifically requested help from Cordelia and by extension you guys to stop that. I think the implication being if you took out Carmen, then you wouldn't have to worry about that anymore.
Enza does want to talk to her first, but probably hang on to her for a little bit.
You could, yeah.
I don't know if we need to go after Carmen herself today, but no.
We
How do you feel about... We could. How do you feel about field exorcisms?
I'm listening.
Got some fiends of the literal kind who may be going up against our own business interests. We figure having a holy man to help out might give us the edge we need.
What's the payout look like?
Good.
Let's talk. Define good, because I remember from last time you all were quite didn't seem to have the same interest in wealth that I do. So it's important to me that we get specific. How good?
Gold, essence gems, and connections you don't want to miss out on.
And if you're worried about your free agency, so far it's been working out just fine for me. We've even got a little bit of a club built up around being free agents. Which may sound like a side, but well, not aside yet.
Well, it is starting to stink in here. Might be good for me to get outside a bit. We're going to a field, you say? Some sort of devil farmers or something?
Not sure if it's gonna be a field exactly, probably still in the city. And
More like actual devils.
I see. Well, if it be the will of Gabagool, I shall join you.
I think, let's see, I'm trying to remember how much Sebastian gave him last time. I think if you're holding both hands out, just 1 gold in each hand for now. If this is the cost of getting you out of bed.
Okay. Fantastic. I will take it. Does the can we say the coffee arrives just like maybe 1 mug at a time, just like, and it's just like.
I think what you hear is you hear something grinding against the floor, and it's just like it's Jeffrey just dragging like a tray.
Aww.
And I think one of the coffee cups has like fallen over and is leaving like a trail of coffee behind it. Yeah.
Perfect. It's like, oh, thank you so much, Jeffrey. Cream or sugar for anyone?
I'm fine.
It smells really bad, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very bad.
Oh, yeah. Then.
But it's tinged with coffee.
I will drink some coffee black to be polite. Does it taste like coffee?
Yeah, I mean it tastes like it's probably burned to hell, but it's
fine.
it's coffee.
Sebastian will liberally
Cooked all the nastiness out of it.
Yeah, liberally add to from his flask.
Yeah, and there are like flies buzzing around Jeffrey as he's standing there waiting for his next order, and just kind of goes.
What's going on with Jeffrey?
Well, yeah, because as he's looking there, he just kind of goes ruff, ruff, and like a little piece of skin just falls off his face onto the floor.
Now, Jeffrey, how about you go play outside now? All right.
Ruff, ruff, and begins to kind of trudge.
And I take out a bone from Jeffrey 1 and I give it to Jeffrey 2. Go play.
Sweet dog.
Oh yes, he's I find it quite lonely here sometimes, so it's nice to have a companion. Do you know what that's like?
Be alone or have a companion, or I'm unclear what the question is.
Either.
Both.
He was a rescue.
The rescue was a little late, but it is. But he is a rescue. Ultimately speaking.
It's just so hard to raise a family in this city.
Can I don't think I have. So is everyone kind of sitting around?
Yeah.
And okay. Sean, can I do an insight check?
Yes. What are you trying to incite?
This is meta knowledge for me. I want to see if I can pick up on cues of like how Sebastian and Cordelia feel about each other. Like, I don't know if I can get that from an insight check, with like the way that people are sitting with each other. Maybe there's like a sort of familiarity they have. Maybe they don't.
Okay. Yeah, make an insight check.
Okay. Nope. I rolled a 10. Dadgummit. All right.
They're all great friends.
Okay.
The best of friends.
All right. Ryan Meta is like, I also do weddings, so with magic properties. Anyway.
Those
No.
weddings last, 30 days?
Mm-hmm.
I don't get that part of ceremony, but we don't need to get into that right now.
Or last,
That seems right.
yeah, 30 days. Yeah, man, that is a Hollywood wedding right there.
I think it would last us the rest of the campaign.
And then some, really. Yeah.
Oh man, there. Jeez. Okay, sorry.
We'll just do a whole bunch of friend marriages. I'll
Yeah.
get that benefit.
Right? You guys just all marry each other.
Let's just sister wife the situation up, and add some brothers in there, and then we got this.
Okay, so where you guys want to go as you awkwardly sit there? And I think there's this awkward moment of all of you, Cordelia drinking her coffee, the rest of you just kind of like grimacing at it, and and Basil just like looking between all of you very awkwardly.
Okay, I'll give some a little bit more. So what's the word on the holy water situation? Yay? No?
I mean, I think we'll be needing it, but no. This other business is a little more pressing. Can get you to work on the holy water, and who knows, maybe we'll manage to pick up some powdered silver along the way.
All right, who knows? Who knows? You can't be too careful these days, but sure, all right.
I mean, if you've got some already lying around, we'll take it and commission you for more, I guess, but...
To be honest, I haven't had the need for it myself. I mean, not holy water.
Yep, fair enough, but Worth of the Wise may want to start keeping some around, just in case.
I see. Well, we shall keep an eye out. But what else can you tell me about this next job? Or is this all you know for now?
We're still working out the details. But essentially we need to get to Carmen Nettlinger and take her out of commission.
Are there any challenges to getting to her? Or is...
Other
That's-
than the devils? We're working that part out.
All right, so I'm a bit confused. Sorry, so devils are... they have this person in their clutches? Is that the situation?
Oh no, she is one.
Oh, she's one of them. We're getting her, and she's one of them. All right. But that's it. We don't have any other information. Where are they?
Somewhere in Upper Goatford. She holds quite a bit of territory. She's got a few.
So that's part of the problem, is finding out where she is first. Is that what I hear? Well, there might be something I can do to help out in that situation. Can I, using my background feature, I have a reliable and trustworthy contact who acts as my liaison to a network of other criminals. You know how to get messages to and from your contact, even over great distances. Specifically, you know, the local messengers, corrupt caravan masters, and seedy sailors who can deliver messages for you. Can I use that in order to kind of put word out to either like an information broker or something else to try to like get word on a location? And I'm assuming that comes with probably some kind of price to Greece.
Yeah, who do you think your contact is? Give me a name.
Well, I already used Jeffrey.
Jeffrey 4.
Okay. I'm trying to think of what was. Tell me. I mean, I don't want to slow things down with my lack of knowledge, but tell me about the Devil District. Like, what are some key features there? I'm trying to think of what kind of contact would be appropriate for there.
Upper Growth for sort of like the high end like political district of the city. More of like courthouses, dignitaries, nobles,
Okay.
that sort of thing.
All right. So I think that there is a I gotta Google this because I don't know if it's a dilettante or a debutante. What I'm thinking of. Alex, do you know off the top of your head the differences between those?
I know debutantes have, the fancy balls for when they're presented to society.
Yeah. So I think in this case, dadgummit, I spelled dilettante wrong because I want to look at that. I think it might be a debutante dilettante. I think it might be both, actually, what I'm thinking of. Someone in high society, I'm picturing kind of like, yeah, I'm thinking both. A debutante dilettante is who I'm thinking of.
Okay.
Just some, basically some sort of like Paris Hilton, Ivanka Trump, some kind of like socialite, like person who's like in the circles of around a bunch of people in power, that sort of thing.
Okay.
But it's like, also has something like, criminal ties.
Okay.
And name. I'm just gonna say Amara.
Mara. Okay.
Magdalene. We'll do Magdalene instead.
Magdalene. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, yeah, you know this person. I want to do the scene of going to them. So I think, is there anything else you guys want to do before you head out to like get this information? Okay. So, at Basil's suggestion, you all pack up and make your way to Upper Gothford to seek out information to find Carmen Ettlinger. And I think you make it up near like the Kings Park area, some of like the big high rises around there. And there is a small cafe at that is sort of the bottom floor, just off the bottom floor part of a restaurant that makes up the ground floor of one of these large high rises. And I'd imagine you have some way where you maybe sent word ahead that you wanted to meet with this person right now or today. I don't know if you have a sending or like a message spell or something, but you can just have called them. There are phones. You could have just called them.
I cast phone.
Yeah. So yeah, you stop by a payphone on the way there and get at least in contact with her people and let her know that you're wanting to meet. And so at this cafe, you see, are you imagining like human, just like nondescript kind of as far as part of high society?
Yeah, just like kind of high society, like a cap with a, one of those really tight caps, hair done up. There's like like a feather somewhere. an obnoxious feather.
Okay.
Really nice dress. Also, I think Basil, kind of seeing what he has to work with, might suggest that Cordelia be the mouthpiece for this. I'm assuming, if I understand correctly, Cordelia, you're the nicest of all of us. Is that accurate? Okay.
It's
Because she
extremely
wears
accurate.
fashionable stuff, right?
She's super fashionable all the time.
Okay.
Thank you for noticing.
Okay, I think Cordelia is the best person for this job. So I think I just, give her some sort of like marker seal or something where she is my proxy in this.
Okay, so you're not actually going for the meeting.
Yeah. We'll say that basically I'm just setting up a meet.
Okay.
And
So
unless that's with something we were thinking, but
no. I just wanted to get if people wanted to be in the scene, I wanted to give them the opportunity to. So we can. But if we want to just have this be a quick meeting between Cordelia and this one person, the rest of you are just kind of down the street, waiting.
Yeah, I think. I'm picturing something like, it's not like just a regular cafe. It's like fancy pantsy, and like they're not just gonna let anyone. And like Basil is kind of a dirty little priesty boy, so like I don't seem like getting in there necessarily without raising eyebrows, and raising eyebrows is not necessarily something that he's in the mood for.
Okay. So Cordelia, you walk up and there is the so what I'm looking for. Is maitre d' the right word? The host or whoever. I don't know if it's that fancy, but there is the host of the restaurant as you walk over to kind of the entryway of this gate that kind of surrounds the courtyard where the seating is, and says, "Do you have a reservation?"
Do I guess I will show them whatever Basil gave me.
Okay. They kind of give you a scrupulous look for a moment. So, are you here to meet somebody?
Yes.
Oh, what is their name?
Magdalene?
Oh, Miss Magdalene. Of course. Yes, please follow me. And he ushers you through the between the tables to the far end of the courtyard, where underneath, like there are a couple trees kind of around here in this kind of, again, this extended kind of patio here, and right underneath one of these like cherry blossom trees, there is a woman sitting there under the canopy of an umbrella, and she has, like Ryan was saying, her hair done up, and it's like this immaculate dress, and is sitting there drinking a cup of tea and reading a book. And as you approach, the man attending you gives a bow and says, "Lady Magdalene, your guest is here. If you should need anything, please let me know. Would you like something to drink, ma'am?"
No, thank you.
And he bows and makes his way, and the woman, like, very deliberately kind of sits there for a moment and just flips the page and then puts a bookmark in, closes it, and looks up to you. And she looks you up and down once. She's about middle-aged, blonde hair that is, again, that you can see little bits of it coming out from underneath the hat that she is wearing. And she, after sizing you up, says, "Please sit."
I will sit.
"I have to say, you're not the person I was expecting. What is your name?"
Cordelia.
"Cordelia. Well, please, when you see him again, send Basil my regards.
Of course.
How can I help you?"
Well, he sent me to you. We're supposed to get a bit of information on someone we're looking for.
"And who might that be?"
One Carmen Ettlinger.
She pauses for a moment, seemingly catching her a bit off guard. She says, "And why would a nice girl such as yourself be interested in somebody like that?"
Business? Always.
Well, I'm sure, as Basil might have mentioned, my services don't necessarily come free of charge. What can you offer for this information? What is it worth to you?
Well, I'm assuming it's not money that you need, but...
Does it look like I need money?
That's the assumption. Your friend Basil has made himself some relatively important contacts. Do the names Aya Sharp or Finn Striker mean anything to you?
Let's say they do.
They're close friends of mine.
And by the implication, I'm assuming you're offering friendship here, then.
At least.
Well, I have to say that does intrigue me. If I would be losing out on potential contact by giving you this information. It's nice to know that I might be doubling my investment. Cordelia, you said your name was.
I did.
Do you have a last name, Cordelia?
Not an important one.
Well, I like to know the people that I'm speaking with, and the name Cordelia does ring a bell, I believe. She takes a sip of her tea. I believe I've heard it in association with a few other names recently.
I'd love to know which ones.
Oh, I believe I've heard of a Cordelia associated with an Anastasia Cordova and a witch of Waterford. Would this be the same Cordelia?
Both good friends of mine.
I also believe that you have close connections with a business owner in the Fossa Heights region. A certain tavern.
I visit a lot of taverns.
This one's a bit special. I believe they deal in some less reputable substances.
And what would a lady like you have any interest in those things for?
Oh, not me personally, but friends of mine. Take great interest in those sorts of things.
That might be something I can facilitate for you.
If you can guarantee me an in with your friends that you mentioned before, this Finn and Aya, I would certainly appreciate that, but I could definitely get you the information you seek much faster if you included introductions to a business arrangement with your friend.
I think that can be arranged.
Perfect. Well, Cordelia, I believe we have an accord then. And she, pushing her book aside, brings over kind of I think she waves over to one of the waiters who's coming past and holds out her hand for their notepad and pencil. And she takes it from them and pulls off one of the sheets of paper and writes something on it, folds it up, hands that to you, and gives the notepad back to them, says, "Thank you, dear." And they go walking off. She says, "I believe you'll find what you need at this location."
Much appreciated. And we'll be in touch.
I hope we will, because, my friends would be very disappointed if this didn't work out.
I can only imagine.
Well, it was good seeing you. Would you like to stay for tea?
Thank you for the invitation, but I must be going.
Of course. Have a wonderful rest of your day.
You as well.
All right. You leave the restaurant and meet your friends down the block.
Well,
Any luck?
enough. I'll see what the paper says.
Yeah, it's an address.
Oh, good. Got a location, at least.
Might I see that address?
Do I know anything about that street?
No, I think the address, it's in Upper Gothford. Probably based on your guys' knowledge of the city, is a about maybe like 20 blocks, like northwest of where you are right now.
Okay.
Shall we call a cab?
We could, but I also figure we should do some reconnaissance first, see what kind of place this is, make sure it's not, load of bullshit. But I don't know if we all need to go for that. If this is where Carmen's hiding out, they're going to notice a group showing up. Well, they'll probably notice a single person, but...
Well, I'm not saying we go into the building, but I do also suggest that we don't walk 20 blocks or so. We could just get maybe on the corner or something. I'm sure they have a little bagel stand or whatever it is that you're into.
Yeah, we can...
a Danish person.
Ah, yes. Does seem like a cheesy little boy.
Well, I mean, we could get closer. I think Basil, unfortunately, is right. I don't want to walk 20 blocks. But we could get nearby and I could disguise myself or, go cat and see if I can see anything worthwhile.
Probably our best bet, yeah.
Sounds good. Oh, in the negotiations clove, I did maybe find you a new client. Sorry, and also you're welcome.
If they bring good business, awesome. If they don't, I'll take it out of your
Fair.
Well, I think Basil pulls out a hat of some kind and puts it on his head at a slightly jaunty angle and says, shall we?
We shall.
Okay. You hail a taxi and head to the address, or just
or maybe to like the closest like 00 version of that address. Like maybe try to get to a corner.
Yeah. So you have the cab drop you off a block or two away from the corner of or wherever this address is leading, and this is still a pretty high-end area of town. Less residential housing here and more like entertainment, shopping, things like that in this
Shopping, you say?
Yes. And as you head down the street in like the throngs of people that are heading to and fro in this weekend afternoon, you come to the address that is indicated on the piece of paper, and it is a impressive building, kind of standalone between some of these other stores and storefronts, with colorfully painted decorations and tapestry on the outside. It's about 3 stories tall, and glowing lights on the outside illuminating a sign that at this point in the day isn't as bright as it would be at night, which you can imagine any of you that might have already been past here, maybe that didn't recognize the address. It is in the evenings as you come outside the Cat's Eye Cabaret.
Mm-hmm. Yes, have I heard of this cabaret? Is it real popular?
I think it is very popular with it now that the address is being put with the location, though I don't imagine any of you have probably frequented this place or been here before. It's very high end. A lot of nobles and officials frequent the performances and goings on. It's a very social scene, and and again, very hoity-toity, very popular within the lords and ladies in Guilford.
I
Man,
must say, I've always wanted to go inside.
I know Pilar would kill to perform here.
Well, I could go all disguised, as a fancy human, or I can go as the cat and go around back.
Why not both? One after the other.
I was gonna say I can't do both at the same time.
A very fancy
I'm good,
cat.
but I'm not that good. I'm good.
I can also help a bit.
Ooh.
Well, I can also disguise myself.
No, that's true.
Or just turn invisible. If you don't want to go in by yourself.
I believe that we've all been down this road before, and I think we'll figure something out, I'm sure.
You're gonna need 15 dogs.
I assume this is some sort of exclusive club or something,
Probably.
or do we just need to be? Is it one of those clubs in LA where you just need to be good looking?
Well, we've already got that on our team.
I think based on your knowledge of this, and I think now that you're here and you know what you're dealing with,
I'm familiar with the Cat's Butt Cabaret. We have that in my neighborhood, but not the Cat's Eye.
I think most people can get in as long as they look like they belong there. Well dressed, looks like they have money, and can afford it. Maybe some connections. It's usually pretty crowded, so you might need somebody to reserve a table for you. And if it just the general kind of seating area in the main area, as long as you have the money and the connection stuff, you can make it in. As far as some of like the box seating, the back room areas, there may be some passwords and things.
VIP section.
Yeah.
Is there? I really, I'm not. My suggestion is that we all go shopping and get all dolled up, and then, like, as a group, try to get in, because I would love for everyone to dress up all fancy.
And then we get our alt costume episode, and we can make all sorts of money off that, selling our toys.
Yeah, that's
fancy duds.
yeah, it's twice the action figures. So,
Please, can we do this plan?
Cordelia just wants to buy a new outfit.
I mean, we're in a shopping district. I do think that if we are going to try to find our way inside, we should look the part.
Well, I'm not the most off the rack type person.
Oh, tush, darling.
So, luckily, I
Darling,
can disguise myself and look super fancy.
you don't need to disguise yourself to look fancy. Not at all. No. This is not an off-the-rack district. Whatever you need, you will find exquisite tailors who can accentuate the parts of yourself that you wish to, whether you want to or not. I believe that it'll pull to the surface the beauty that is inside yourself already.
I think someone walking past hears this conversation and stops and says, "I'm gonna be better to myself now," and just runs into one of the stores.
So, what you are a mountain of delight. Jesus Christ. You are a mountain of delight, and all we need to do is just find the correct way to show the world that.
Oh, challenge accepted. I want to see this.
Yes. And then Sebastian, we can figure something out.
She's already done this before with me.
I'll handle it.
Fantastic.
Okay, so you all turn to this long street of shops and tailors and finery and begin your over the next couple hours putting together your fancy pants clothing. So we'll go ahead and take a break there, and we'll come back to reveal these new looks and get-ups, as we have all already bought our costumes, and we're going to go ahead and change, and we'll come back and we're just going to be dressed as our characters. No. But all right, we'll be back in a few minutes, everyone, so stay tuned. And welcome back, everyone. Thank you for bearing with us on our break. No announcements right now. And let's get back to it. So you have, as the evening is kind of wearing on, I think the sun is beginning to set. It's beginning to get to the nighttime crowd here, and you have all found your get-ups. And I think the scene is some of you have like broken off to go do your shopping separately and coming together on the street corner with all of your new duds. So what does everyone look like? No one jumped to go first.
Yeah, I was trying to think. Do priests ever wear hats?
Yeah,
They do.
Sure, why not?
Fancy hats.
It's your
Cool hats.
religion.
You're gonna.
Yeah.
You get to. What does Gabagool say to you?
I'll let you in on a little secret. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, yeah. I think just gets a new, really sharp but austere. Just like as far as like very simple, but with like the kind of like a priest garb, and maybe like a nice hat, a fresh new haircut, and shave. Mainly just cleaned up what he is currently, and maybe adding like a nice coat to that with a fancy pocket watch, that sort of thing. Just
Okay.
Kind of slightly elevating very, very simple, like not ostentatious.
Okay, I like it.
We add like a cane or something to that.
Okay, understated, but with a little bit of flair.
But understated, but the details are on point.
Like it. Okay, and why don't you go ahead and tell us what Clove is wearing?
Okay, I'm gonna
You guys
post.
can work on this together.
What is the mountain wearing?
Okay, so I think. So first thing, we go around and we look at different like clothing stores. We find like the different tailors, try to find a garment that like they designed to fit and accentuate her frame the best. We get a few accessories like some furs. We get jewelry. We get all these things. We get her hair done. We go and get a professional makeup artist to like do things. We get mani, pedi. We do the whole nine. I don't really have the vocabulary to describe it. I think I found an image that I think kind of is what I'm thinking of. I'm going to post it in Roll20, then I'm going to post it in Twitch, so Twitch can enjoy it too if they want to. This is what I'm kind of thinking for Clove.
Yeah, I'm in agreement. I think it is a very form-fitting flapper dress that comes down to about knee length, but lots of fringe, lots of sparkly fringe.
Mm-hmm.
The drape coat thing, with a shawl thing, is definitely amazingly fur lined. It's I'm gonna say it's like white. It is pristine white. I am blinding in sparkles in white with blood red fingernail polish and iced out.
Yeah,
like
the jewelry is real important there for sure.
Okay.
Incredible.
And then either Cordelia or Sebastian.
Sebastian, what do you want to wear?
Is there any way to make his duster fancy or work it into the ensemble? Because that's his. Doesn't want to lose the magic protection that's offering.
That's gonna be
Cordelia's
hard.
making a face at you like,
Yeah, I don't think there's any way you're gonna be able to incorporate that into something.
Yeah. All right. Well, let me go ahead and uncheck that on my sheet just in case.
Yeah, we should also state that any armor you guys are wearing while you're, I don't think any of you wear or were wearing armor.
I think maybe just Clove.
mage armor. Oh, we had that body armor.
Yeah, but the body armor would probably be too noticeable.
Yeah.
I wear a Kevlar vest over.
Under-
No, over it. It's a new look.
I mean, Sebastian has gotten fancy before, usually at Cordelia and Pilar's behest.
Yeah, this time she'll ask him what he wants to wear.
I mean, he knows she's gonna go for, the blood red accent, so I think is looking for, maybe, I don't know, a tuxedo might be overkill, but, bow tie, cummerbund, boutonniere. Or is the boutonniere the one you give to the girls? I don't remember.
No, that's a corsage.
Yep. So I think relatively simple design, but kind of, well, no. Let's say he has pinstripes.
Yeah.
Yeah, red pinstripes, and then with those aforementioned red accents. And has, combed his hair and, actually slicked it back. So where it's normally, just kind of hanging down and pushed out of the way, now it's actually somewhat styled.
I will facilitate this look. Very nice.
And Cordelia.
Cordelia is doing the opposite of what Basil is doing. I believe the words that he used were understated. She is not doing that. Cordelia has gone full gown for this one. I don't know if you guys watch Miss Universe or remember that picture of that dress that I posted in the Discord like 3 months ago. But this is a look inspired by Catriona Gray, Miss Universe 2018 from the Philippines. Essentially, it's this super fancy, like form-fitting, pretty slinky, like cut-out gown. But it is shades of red, obviously, but shades of red and orange because it's inspired by lava flow. Look it up. It's literally the best dress that's ever been made. And I'm stealing it for my D&D character.
I'll believe you.
That's what it looks like. It's beautiful and sparkly, and it looks like fire.
Okay.
And heels, and I think she's got her hair down.
All right.
Which doesn't happen very much.
So, the one thing we haven't talked about is cost for all of this. So here's what I'll say. If you guys are kind of like trying to make it look nice without actually being nice, I'll wait maybe until Ryan gets back and confirm this. But if you guys are trying to make this look nice without actually like being the nice material, so going for appearances and not necessarily substance, I'd say this might cost you about 50 gold pieces total amongst all of you. If we're talking about like real materials, maybe not real diamonds, but everything being like top brand and being very very much people would actually wear in these situations. I would say in total probably about twice that, 100 gold pieces. So do you guys want to cough up for the, and it'll only come into effect if people are inspecting close proximity.
100 total?
100 total amongst the four of you, so 25 each.
Yep.
I'd say if we
do
have
it.
it in party, let's
Yep.
do it.
Yep.
Way cheaper than learning spells, yo.
As kind of obsessed about money that Basil seems to be, it's because he likes nice things, and he likes nice things to be actually nice.
Actually nice. Okay. All right. So yeah, we'll cough up 25 each or 100 total, whatever you guys want to work that out to, and you have some well-made, well-tailored clothing just in time for the evening as the lights come on downtown. I saw the shops begin to close, but the Cat's Eye Cabaret comes to life, and there is music coming in from inside. Those lights are now sparkling against the outside of this red or kind of a burgundy exterior, and cars are beginning to pull up. There's like a valet station out front, and people are pulling up in their nice vehicles and getting out and wearing fabulous dresses and suits and things in between, and the atmosphere is starting to come to life. So not everybody's coming in cars. Some people are walking up. Not everybody is driving up, so you can fit in with the crowd as you approach. Who is taking point on the entry here, and have you done anything to set up for getting inside?
I think I did.
Okay, what'd you do?
I think I keep using Enzo for stuff even though she's not here, because Finn Striker strikes me as a fancy man. I think I was going to try to use that avenue and see if maybe he's a cabaret kind of guy, and if maybe he could swing us a table.
Okay,
Because
so
Aya doesn't really strike me as running with this kind of crowd.
yeah, so I think you call up Enza, and she says that she'll see what she can do, and this is like towards the beginning of the afternoon. And as you approach, there's like a I want to say like this place looks like it was once like a movie theater or something. It's got like a ticket window out front that's been gutted, and instead that's kind of where the valets are, and where like the this is probably more like maitre d' and very like formal greeters there. And as you approach, there's some people like taking coats and overgarments and stuff because it is a bit chilly, and taking names and being escorted inside. And one of them comes up to your group and says, human man, and says, "Welcome to the Cat's Eye Cabaret. Please, what are your names, or what name is the reservation under?"
Most likely a Mr. Striker.
He kind of paused for a moment. He looks and he says, "I don't have Striker here. What is your name?"
Cordelia Strega.
Cordelia. Oh, it looks like we have you under a reservation for a Mr. Nelson. Let's see. Looks like 4 reservations. I have Miss Strega, Mr. Soto, Father Basil, and a clove.
I curtsy.
And then he pauses and says, "Excellent. Please, let's take your coats." I don't know if any of you actually have coats that
Nope.
you were wearing. And he motions over to one of like the ushers and says, "Please escort them inside." And it comes over, and a young woman walks up to your group and begins to usher you in. And as you enter through the main doors of the cabaret, you are affronted by this magnificent interior. The 3 stories of it gutted to look for. There are balconies wrapping around all the way to the top. There's a massive kind of seating area in the center floor where tables are strewn about, encompassing a long stage that extends out into the audience, back towards the back end of the cabaret, where there's like lattice work and balconies leading up for like the performers, and you can see there are instrumentalists that are off to the wings of the stage and currently playing some light jazz music to kind of get the atmosphere going, and people are sitting at their tables and beginning to get orders for drinks, and there are like some bars wrapping around the exterior, the outside of the cabaret, and then extending down from the ceiling are these massive chandeliers, like this beautiful azure crystal that kind of wraps around in this spiraling pattern all the way down from the ceiling, starting from a larger base and then extending down to a point, and all the lights seem to be reflecting off of it, giving this kind of dazzling interior to the building. And it's get very crowded in there. And you are walked or ushered over to a table for where there is a name card that says Nelson and Nelson.
Well, that was easy.
What are we betting? They have a VIP table or somewhere over there?
Maybe. Have to keep an eye out.
Is there dancing?
Is there?
No, there's
No,
not
darn.
any dancing at the cabaret. It's
just
mostly
a show.
Yeah, it's mostly just a show. And I don't think you've seen what the show is going to be tonight either. But you're all sitting down and able to. I think as soon as you sit, the usher or one of the waiters comes up to you, tray in hand, and smiles and begins to ask for drink orders and getting you some refreshments too. What do you want to? What was your plan here? What are you just going to kind of observe for a while, or is there anything you guys want to accomplish now that you're inside?
Darling, if you're interested in dancing, the night doesn't have to end here.
Basil's ready to turn one on tonight. Okay, is there any other faces in the crowd that we might recognize aside from, I mean, clearly we're all kind of trying to not like gawk, but look for the mark, as it were. But is there anybody else that we may recognize that might be a bit...
Yeah, make a perception check.
Hold on, now I gotta find my sheet because there's too many windows open. Here we go. Perception is +7. 17.
Nice. Okay. You take a look around. I don't think you recognize many faces, but some of them do ring a bell. I think some you may recognize from the party you were at, the one that was attacked by the Dragonisi. Some people that were able to make it out and are still in the city. Not a lot, but there are a couple around. I'm trying to think if there's anyone else you might recognize here. I don't think there's a lot of faces that you've seen before.
Is what's the lady, the lady that we helped from the mimics?
Lady Wingate.
Yeah,
Lady
thank you,
Wingate? No, I don't think you see
Darn.
Lady Wingate here. If she's still in the city, she's probably keeping to herself at this point. It's had a rough 2 weeks. Yeah, I don't think there's many other faces you recognize here. And I think what you get from that is a lot of the people around here look kind of new money. People that maybe new to the scene, people that you haven't had a lot of experience with before. And I think that you get the impression that a lot of people here maybe have connections to these new up and coming crime lords in the area, but I don't think you recognize too many faces in the crowd.
I'm gonna try to, as we come in, kind of surreptitiously send Hecate kind of up into the rafters up top, just so every so often maybe I can get an eye in the sky.
Okay.
Get a good look at what's going on.
Yeah, very carefully you send your bat out into this cabaret.
He's little.
Go ahead and make a stealth check for Hecate.
Okay.
Heck it.
Well, I rolled a 20
Nice.
plus 2. 22.
That's very good. I think Hecate makes it very makes it to the top of the rafters and is a good position and unseen. I'll also give Clove one other thing. So you were looking around for faces that you recognize, but I think looking around the interior, I think you get the best vantage point of some of the upper balconies where there are some of those like box seating is, and you see up there, kind of enshrouded in darkness, there are there's one booth kind of straight up in the center of like all of the raised, probably on the third floor. There is a booth up there that does seem to be obscured, and you have a hard time making out anyone that's actually sitting up there, and you aren't exactly sure if it's just bad lighting or some sort of magic that is keeping it obscured. But I think it gives you a good impression of where like the VIP or the owner's seating might be for this place.
And how far away is that from me?
Like I said, third story of the building, so probably 35
at least.
feet up or so. Yeah.
Okay. So it's too far for detect magic. Okay. Thank you.
Yes. And as this the evening kind of continues, so your drinks are brought over to you. You are given some selections, some the specials for the night, the food that is going to be served this evening, and they begin to bring out like the first like course of food for the audience. And I think it's something like a well like roasted duck and accompanying vegetables and things of the like, and it's a decadent spread compared to what you've been what you probably eat on your day-to-day. And as the dinner portion of the evening is being wind down and people are a couple of drinks in, again, you guys can interrupt me if there's anything you want to be doing along this time.
One thing about halfway through everything, I might try to, if I can. My plan is to cast, detect evil and good, and with a martini in hand, walk from table to table, and just real briefly, if it seems like someone might, basically just trying to talk to people as if I know who they are, and he's like, I just wanted to come by and say thank you so much for your contributions to the church, and you've made so many, you've changed so many lives in the community, and I just wanted to thank you for your generosity in that. And where maybe they don't actually remember if they've given away money and stuff.
You just keep it vague, just like the church.
Yeah.
Okay.
The idea is just to be able to like have an excuse to walk close to tables. Wow.
Okay.
For 10 minutes.
Go ahead. I'm just gonna have you make a deception check.
That's cool. It's alphabetical order. Okay, here we go. What? Not great. 8.
Yikes.
That's my second 2 of the night.
I think you start going around the ballroom, and I'll say this: with the spell, you definitely get some hits with it. I think you do sense a number of fiendish presences in the audience. Let's see.
I do know where they're located.
Yeah, so you know where that creature is located. I think you pinpoint some of the people sitting at the tables have like some slight fiendish essences, but I think mostly it comes from the staff. A lot of the serving staff and the ushers and people around are giving off strong fiendish presences.
Just quickly, do any of us ping the spell?
Let's see. You know, if there's an aberration, celestial, elemental, fae, fiend, or undead. I don't think any of you meet that qualification. Well, here's what I'll say. You don't get that from anyone in the group. I think you might get a slight undead presence from Cordelia. And Sebastian isn't giving off a specific presence, but is giving off an aura of desecration.
Okay. All right. I'm not one to judge, so fine.
But I think you're not walking around for very long until one of the ushers comes up to you and says, "Excuse me, sir. I'm sorry, but we must ask that you adjourn to your seat and enjoy the rest of your evening there. We'll have some coffee brought over to your table." And begins kind of ushering you back to your table and a few of the people that you had accosted along the way.
Okay.
Strange looks.
Yeah. Yeah. I just wink at one or two of them on my way back as I'm being kind of guided back to the table.
Yeah.
And I think what Sebastian has been keeping an eye out for is maybe a little more straightforward, but just watching if people are kind of leaving the side exits of the room, especially any patrons, and then trying to track or see if they show up in one of the booths up above, just figure out, okay, how would we get around the building? How would we get up to the upper tiers?
You make me a perception check too.
Oh, that's pretty good. 19.
Oh, nice. Okay. I think you do catch once or twice. There are some people that come in from the front and are led by the ushers like off the wings of the stage to this around the sides. And I think you get the impression that near kind of like the back corners near the wings, there are staircases that lead up to the higher levels. Because you'll see those people go up and then end up kind of walking along the balconies up top.
Yeah, but from here, no sign of, they have to speak to someone, give them a password or...
I think from your current, well, I'll say with the 19, I think at some point during the evening, you'll see one of the serving staff walk over there, and somebody kind of walks out, sort of a burly-looking figure, looks like a bouncer or some sort of security staff, comes out and has a brief conversation with them, and then disappears back. So you get the impression that there is probably somebody keeping a watch on those staircases. From that.
Mm-hmm.
But around this point in the evening, as the food and the dining begins to wear on a bit, the lights begin to dim and the music softens, and the lights on the stage light up, and a man walks out on stage, a tiefling with dark reddish skin and curling horns to the back of his head, walks out with a smile and kind of again impeccably dressed in a black tuxedo, and announces and says, "Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Cat's Eye Cabaret once again for a spectacular performance this evening. I'm excited to see some familiar faces in the crowd. Please, everyone, enjoy your night. If you need anything, ask any of our wonderful serving hosts that you can see all around. They are here for nothing but to entertain and to tend to your every need. But for now, we will go ahead and begin our performance. So I ask that you all sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. And he gives a flourish and kind of an over-the-top bow, and turns on his heel and walks back towards the back of the stage, and then off the stairs to the side. And the music kicks on, and performers begin to come out on the stage, and there is this sort of raucous, like, musical number, and this elaborate dance number that corresponds with that, and this colorful performance that begins to carry on here, distracting, I think, most of the audience and causing a very large scene. What do you do?
Well, Chloe went away.
It's fine. We can carry on. I'll run Clove if I need to.
If there's a scene happening and we want to get up there, I have an idea.
Okay.
Do we want to get up there now? Does it seem like a good time?
Might as well.
Okay.
Either that or wait for the finale.
Now we're good. Okay. Then I want to try to make sure that no one is paying too much attention to us. No one's looking, right?
No, nobody's looking at you guys specifically. They're well distracted by the performance.
Okay, great. In very quick succession, boop, boop, boop. I boop all three of my friends and make them invisible.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna disguise myself as one of the staff. With disguise self.
Okay. And disguise self is not a concentration.
It is not. I triple checked.
Okay, just had to make sure.
No, just invisibility.
Okay, so you're casting invisibility on what, fourth level?
Fourth level.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3 of you turn invisible. Again, in the cover of darkness in this, the only real light around you guys now is a little bit of candlelight at your table. So those three vanish from sight, and I don't think anyone around you reacts. And you cast disguise self on yourself and stand up from the table.
Okay. Follow close. I'm gonna walk towards where I see some of the other staff going to just maybe pick up a tray of drinks.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, so you just swing by the bar and grab one of the trays of drinks off the bar, and begin walking it where, towards the stairs?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm trying to think how this invisible procession is going. I think I don't want to dictate the marching order, but I think it's either Sebastian or Clove is like hanging just ever so slightly onto Cordelia's coattails. Or I guess you don't actually have coattails in disguise.
No, they're not real.
Yeah, so
There's a lot of dress going on, so probably.
Yeah, so somehow keeping track of that, or more for your benefit, I guess, that you know we're there.
Okay.
And then the rest of us
just
are
hang on to the train, and
yeah,
I'll just
and
assume
then
you're there.
we're holding hands and following after her.
The cutest invisible procession.
Yeah, it's adorable. Everybody grab your partner and don't let go of their hands. Okay, so you head over towards the stairs, and I don't think your disguise stealth was good enough. I don't think there's any reason why they would stop you, because is there a check that they make, or is like if they closely inspect you they have to make a
Wow, you're really
check?
asking me to read spells today, huh?
Yes, I would like to read.
All right, here it is.
I
To
got it.
discern that you are disguised, a creature can use its action to inspect your appearance and must succeed on an intelligence investigation check against your spell save DC.
Perfect.
So if they would be inspecting my appearance.
Yeah, I think for you we're probably okay right now, but for everyone else I'd like them to make stealth checks.
At advantage because we're
Give it a try.
You're at advantage because you're invisible, and I'm gonna give you all a +3 for the. I mean, because they're not going to be able to hear you. It's just going to be completely
For
visual.
the good
based.
idea that Sarah came up with and that I stole while she was gone.
Hi guys, I got a natural 20, so it's 20
Yes.
plus 3. That's 23
That's a
plus
good luck, baby.
24. I
Yeah.
got 24.
Good job, baby.
22.
22.
Nice, great rolls, everyone. So
I'm glad we had
cool.
advantage because it
I
did roll a
forgot
natural
to
one.
do advantage.
Ooh, yes.
That's 24.
Okay.
Dang, you guys did awesome.
Doubly good. Yeah, so you head up the stairs. It doesn't seem like any of the staff, the serving staff there. Do you still have your detect good and evil on, or how long does that
Last 10 minutes. I got the impression that it was over by now, but
Yeah.
it's up to you.
I'll let it carry on. I think it's more interesting if we let it carry and say that was closer to,
Okay.
to what's going on now. I'll say you're on the back half of it.
Question.
Yes.
Since I was away from the keyboard, can I think it lasts long enough. Let me double check how long detect magic lasts. Yeah, can I go ahead before she turned us invisible? Can I go ahead and pop detect magic so that it's up while
Yeah, I think that's good.
sorry,
So
Winnie hit the button so I can know whether we are
She's like, no, you're
what we're coming into, if anything.
Yeah. So the invisible detection train is chugging along up the steps. I think you walk past the staff. You're getting a fiendish aura from them, but it doesn't seem like any of them see you. Not at that level of fiendishness. But they let you pass without too much. I guess without any real notice, Cordelia, and the rest of you follow on behind her. Are you going all the way up to the 3rd floor?
Yeah, that seems like the important one.
It does. There's very little seating on the 3rd floor except for that balcony, that one balcony that is obstructed or obscured by the darkness.
Let's do it.
Okay, so you wind your way up to the 3rd floor, and it's quieter up here. Actually, as you level off, you reach the top of the steps. There's a long. I think there's another 2 like guards sitting up at the top in on like stools up there, and they're just kind of mumbling to each other and having conversation. And one of them, as you step up, Cordelia stops and says, I think you might be on the wrong floor.
No, drinks were special ordered for this floor.
I don't. I'm gonna go check. Give me 1 second.
Do you have to? Got a couple extra.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh no. Are you sure it's not deception?
Okay, deception works too.
Yes. So much better at that. Dirty 20.
Okay. He stops for a second. He says, looks at the drinks. I think you probably have a tray of like 5 drinks right now. That
I walked all the way up here in these heels. Please don't make me go back.
says, listen, I can let you pass, but the boss catches you taking anything up here, I'm not gonna stick up for you. All right?
No trouble. Promise.
One of them grabs onto, or I think he grabs 2 of the there were probably some beer bottles or something on it, and he grabs the bottles off of it and just kind of holds them out and says, we good?
Thank you for your service.
Just be quick, do whatever it is you're up here to do, and just get going. And hands a couple of bottles over to the woman sitting across from him. So you proceed past and carry the stealth check forwards. And you are now in this hallway on this 3rd floor, which again isn't as gutted as the rest of it. There's actually, like, it looks like rooms and stuff off of here. and it's, like I said, quieter. And you look out over, there's like some windows that look out over the balcony, and you see the performance still going on. But again, it's almost like everything's sort of muffled. Like there's some sort of enchantment that keeps the music from being as like blaringly loud.
Is anything pinging off detect
Yeah.
magic?
I think you do get that. You get a little bit of like enchantment going on up here, abjuration or whichever one
Okay.
it would fall under.
Okay.
It doesn't actually matter. I don't know why I'm looking it up more than my own morbid curiosity. Oh, illusion. I was wrong on all counts. Yeah, you get a little bit of illusion magic up here. Okay, so the hallway extends in front of you, and then it kind of cuts into an L bend. And at the end of that, you reach a point where you're out of sight of the guards that you're at before. But in front of you is a kind of an austere wooden door that's just slightly ajar. That seems to lead out into this balcony, or this, I guess, box seating beyond.
Is there, you might have already said this, is there anyone else like in the immediate area?
Not right now.
Or just
No.
okay. So, quick plan?
Yep. So it was mentioned in Roll20 chat, but Ryan, would Basil have told the group about that spell that he has at his disposal?
It depends on if we had any plan going into this. Did we talk about any of this beforehand?
No, this was the only plan.
So no.
Okay.
You guys are now at a point, though, where you could have a hushed conversation.
So we're in.
Safely.
Need an exit strategy.
Well, I mean, I could totally turn into a cat now and just edge my way in and see what's going on.
I believe I can make an exit for myself and one other.
A hostage, perhaps.
Any will do.
Okay.
Or should we plan on meeting those who Amscray that way? Is there some kind of alley back behind here that I assume we would have had a brief chance to scout out during the afternoon?
Yeah, there's an alley that leads between the two buildings that are beside the cabaret.
I should mention though that for what I can do to work, the person needs to be on board with it. They have to be willing to come with me. So
What about unconscious?
I don't know. That's not covered in the PHB.
What spell is this?
Dimension door.
Dimension door. It says if you take a willing creature.
Yeah, listen, I don't want to set a weird precedent here and say that an unconscious creature is a willing creature, because that's real hinky and I don't want to do that.
Okay,
So-
I guess.
But in the context of this specific spell, if a creature is not actively resisting, you can bring them with you through the portal.
Okay.
This does not work for every spell that says an unwilling creature, or that needs to be a willing creature. But
That's fair.
yeah,
So,
Um,
and now I'm gonna go take a shower. I'll be right back.
Ooh.
yeah.
So, this person of interest needs to either be on board with the idea or needs to be in a position where where they can't refuse.
I mean, I can get real lucky and stun him for a few seconds.
Ugh.
It's
This-
not the best option, but it's an option.
I mean, I could try to get closer and lie our way in. Got through the first door.
Hmm.
Or Sebastian could punch her really hard.
Maybe we can try it. We can find out. Oh, I didn't mention, by the way, all of the weight stuff here seems to be a part of this whole thing. So, I'm not sure what sort of resistance that you're expecting here, but there's a bit. There's a bit. The bread boy, yes. The bartender, the one carrying that tray of dirty martinis over there. Yes, them especially.
Well, if anything, I'm disguised as one of them. Maybe she'd trust me to say, "You're in danger. We need to get you out of here." If she thinks I'm one of them.
It's worth a shot, and I'll just be waiting to pop her if we need to.
Yeah, no, if it doesn't work, just punch her, please.
I must say, if it doesn't work, then it's not all that different than if we tried something different at another plan. So, yes, in for a penny, in for a pound, I say.
I think worst case, if everything goes foobar, Basil, you need to. I'm trying to think who has the best escape options. Like, who would make the most sense for, okay, if we screwed everything up, we need to abort, who you should Dimension Door out with. Because Clove can go kitty cat. You can go bad, I guess, yeah?
I can, yeah. It's you.
Yeah.
It's you.
I suppose I can run real fast and
Oh, you can
disengage
run real
and
fast.
stuff. So yeah, I don't know. It might just be a thing to decide in the moment. Also, are there size restrictions for Dimension Door? Am I misremembering that? You're muted, Sean.
There are size restrictions, but not for what you're talking about. Oh, actually, no, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Does it have to be the same size or with one? With
Yeah, has to be a small creature for me to get them
Well,
through.
we just broke our own plan.
Oops.
You're right.
Unless, does anyone here know Enlarge Reduce? Well, heck. So, sounds like we need to
Guess
try.
we're not teleporting out.
You did see windows on the third floor when you guys were scouting outside.
Guess we're doing this the old-fashioned way.
Don't worry, I can get myself out.
We know.
Yeah.
Okay, well, be ready on deck for a good old-fashioned kidnapping.
Yeah, maybe be ready to get us access to the sewers, Basil. Because we're not going to be able to go overland with any of this.
What do I look like?
Are you seriously
you-
asking?
Yeah, didn't you get us into the sewers at the bank before? Or am I misremembering?
No, that was a little jaunt that you had on your own accord, my friend. Actually,
No, that was the secret exit
Yeah,
that you guys
Yeah,
found.
we
Actually, Sebastian didn't go through that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you just
we told you about it in stirring detail and made you feel like you were there yourself.
Yeah.
Sorry. I mean, answer your question. No more than the next person, I suppose, but we can make it work. I do have the power and will of Gabagool at my side.
We know. Alright, well. Everyone be on your game, I guess. We're going in. I'm gonna go in.
Okay.
We have no more plan than we started with.
You push in through the door and into this kind of luxury suite at the top here. And as soon as you walk through the door, again, the music is almost entirely muted. You can't. I think we're hearing Sarah.
Sorry, I hit the button. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Fine.
As you head through the door, there's the music I think I want. Let's go with this one. Yeah, the music changes once again as you can no longer hear the performance down below. It is an immaculate interior, white walls and marble flooring span the length of it. This seems like almost encumbered like 90% of the third floor of this of the non-gutted third floor. There is like a bar off to the side, and a with a like a rack and dozens and dozens of high-end liquor bottles behind it, and currently tending to it there is an individual, a man standing there tending to the bar, which I think you see that Cordelia and maybe get a little bit of the reason why they were so suspicious of you coming up. There is a grand piano in the center of the room that another person is currently playing at. And to your right, as you come in, you see the balcony that leads down and a little bit of seating there, but it's not very well furnished. There's only a couple of chairs, and currently sitting not out the balcony but near it at a table, kind of writing some notes. There is a woman that has this like crimson red hair flowing down to about her waist. She is wearing a sort of matching red dress, and has this porcelain white, almost translucent skin, and matching crimson red eyes or irises. And as she is taking her notes, she glances up, just giving you the faintest of looks, Cordelia, and she lingers on you for a moment before looking back to her pages, and she says, "Yes."
Okay, I'm gonna set the tray down on the bar and just look at the bartender and be like, "Don't ask."
The
Don't ask.
bartender gives you a confused look. What are the rest of you doing? Are you coming into the room behind Cordelia invisible?
Yeah. And sorry, I'm assuming that the fire-haired or the crimson-haired woman is the lady whose name I'm now forgetting.
Carmen.
Carmen, thank you. Yeah, is who
We're all assuming.
Yeah. I'm gonna kind of try and go and like get on the other, like from the door, the other side.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Like try and kind of triangulate ourselves, but nobody can see us because we're invisible. Whatever.
Yeah. Okay. So the rest of you come in the open door, and she's still actually she's not looking at you anymore. Cordelia, she's looking back to the ledger she's currently writing on, waiting for you to say something.
And Sebastian is following closely behind Cordelia so that he's within striking distance of Carmen if needed.
Okay.
Apologies for the interruption, ma'am. I'm sure you want to stay for the rest of the show, but we've had word that there might be Nurian movement in the area, trying to come back up, and I've been instructed to get you out of the building just for your own safety.
She closes the ledger and sets it to the side, and she cocks an eyebrow at you. She says, "Really now?"
They don't tell me much, but enough.
Well, I suppose if I'm in danger, then there's I suppose the rest of the performance can wait then. She stands up from the chair, and begins walking over to the there's like a side room where it looks like a coat closet or something, and she gets walking over that, and she calls out behind her. She says, "And you, what is your name again?"
Me?
Yes,
Anna.
Anna. I don't recognize you. How long have you been working here, Anna?
Not long. A few weeks.
And she turns back from the coat closet and she says, "And your friends, what are their names?"
That's classified.
She is now holding in her hand, as she turns back from the closet, a long sword that seems like ebony or like onyx plated, and she says, "Did Stryker send you?"
Not hardly.
"I think he would have sent more competent assassins, so I'll get the information from you either way." And she says, and as she says this, there is kind of a fluctuating around her, and extending from her back, you see two large red wings, like red feathered wings, and there is this fire that envelops her, in that kind of takes the shape of like an armor for a second before it solidifies into this black steel armor. This helmet that she was wearing, there's these two horns that curve up, and she has at her side now the same longsword and a glowing white whip. And she smiles as the other the person playing the piano and the person playing or attending bar stop and let out sort of a shrieking noise as the two of them transform into these horrific distorted creatures with these massive maws of jagged sharp teeth and three kind of orange eyes, and they begin to kind of thump across the room in your direction, Cordelia. Let's go ahead and roll initiative.
Now, is this going to be the combat music too?
No, I'm
It's
sorry.
okay.
Jeez, you guys don't want to just do jazz combat music?
Yeah.
Okay.
I am rolling a turds today.
Silly question, but what is your armor class without your armor? Like, how do you determine it? Is it your
10
something
plus
plus
your
dex?
dexterity.
10 plus dex? Okay. Thank you.
So that's to get it in roll 20. That's very good. That's a dirty 20 initiative. I rolled the same thing in roll 20 and IRL.
Nice.
Ooh,
I
got
got
a
a
19.
21.
Very nice.
21.
I got a 19 for once, guys.
You don't have that paladin dex anymore.
So I did roll well on my stealth, so I don't want to be a salty booger, but I have rolled 2 3s and a 2 today.
Oh no.
Yeah, you've had some real stinkers today.
My batty.
Go ahead and wait. Did I just put them on the no?
Is the initial tracker up, or do you not use that?
No, I do. I'm just trying to enlarge these tokens without moving.
It's just always the last thing he puts up.
Enlarge.
All right.
Enlarge.
It's not this big. I just like the detail of the.
Yep.
Stuff.
That's super cool.
She
Yeah.
does. I also need to roll her initiative. Oh, that rolled out in the open. Well, I'll fix it. But she rolled bad because just on track with how I rolled for initiative for dude.
Yes.
That's going to help us.
Yes,
Okay.
it will.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
After these
Kill.
messages.
Yep.
All right. I think that's everybody on the track. So yeah, Cordelia is going to be going first.
No, I hate going first.
So you are currently only one visible, and the I'll just go ahead and say what they are. The maw demons on the ground are currently running at you because you're the only one that can see.
Great. I'm gonna cast mirror image on myself.
That's a good one.
It is. I love it. 3 other very fancy Cordelias appear.
Each one fancier than the last. Okay.
Yes.
That's your action.
Yep.
All right.
That's what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna stand my ground.
Okay. Sebastian, is your turn.
All right, I'm gonna stick with my initial plan of trying to 1-2 punch her into stunningness. But based on her comment, I assume she can see me, so I don't
She
get
can.
an advantage.
Yeah, no advantage.
Okay.
Does have true sight.
Poop. That is, I should remember what these modifiers are. 14 to hit.
14 will not hit.
Okay, so that's punch number 1, punch number 2. A little better, 17.
17 will not hit.
Cool. Let's try. Yeah, let's go ahead and do a flurry of blows.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
That does hit.
Okay, let's go. 9 bludgeoning, and going to do another key to attempt a stunning strike.
Okay.
Which.
Let's do
still
the
just a
damage.
13 con save.
9. Well, let's see. She's got to roll real low. Which. Nope, that's a 27, so I think she succeeds.
Yeah. All right. And the second flurry of blows. Yeah, that's 22 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Let's see, what did hit? It wasn't the 17. 30 20 hit and a
Yeah.
22 hit.
Yeah. So it's somewhere 20 or less.
So 8 more damage, and let's go ahead and try another stunning strike.
Okay. You're also no longer invisible at this point.
Yeah.
FYI.
But hopefully some of those angry mouths will see someone punching their master and not go after Squishy Wizard.
Yeah, it's a 21, so she succeeds in that one too.
Yeah.
All right. So you let out a flurry of strikes against her. The first one's glancing off the armor. The second one's you steady yourself more in 2 quick jabs, actually inflicting some damage. She seems to recoil a bit, and her crimson red eyes now focusing towards you.
And I think with my flurry of blows, with my tipsy sway thing, no, that's the wrong one. I can never remember. Drunken technique. Yeah, I get the benefit of disengage, so I'm just going to kind of back up away because I also have a whip, and I think I know what the range is. I'm going to try and get out of the range of that and force her to come after me if he wants to.
Give me a number.
Let's see, because I now have up to 55 movement speed. Let's go ahead and move 20 feet.
Okay. All right. That will end your turn. So it's Clove's turn now.
I have enough hands. Really, I do. Okay, so I don't know what to do because I was downstairs. So I'm just going to break out the big guns because it's what I have prepared. And I'm going to cast Blight on her.
Okay.
On Carmen.
What's the save for that? Is that a con save?
Yes.
Okay.
DC 15, unfortunately, so she's probably going to get it.
Yeah, she succeeded on that with a 20. But she does take half damage on that, correct?
Okay, yes. And I need to roll, because I do actual dice. How many is it?
Looks like 8d8.
8d8. Okay, so here's 5, 8, 10, 18. 18 plus 3 is 21. Plus more. 21, 24, 28, 30 points. So she takes 15.
Nice. 15. That's pretty good. All right, 15 points of damage. Oh, she succeeded on it anyway. She had advantage on that save.
Yeah. Oh, shoot.
But it's fine.
And I think that's it. That's all I can do right now.
Perfect. Alrighty, ready? That will. So she's taking some hits. That'll put it to the 2 demons' turns. I think one is going to keep going for Cordelia, and the other one is going to go for Sebastian. Clove would visible too. Actually, we're gonna do one at Cordelia and one at Clove, and I think the Aranes is now interested in Sebastian. So I think,
Would it be?
yeah, with a suit like that. So I'm gonna do one attack
You're
each of
welcome.
you. So Cordelia, I don't remember what it is the order of operations for this. You roll to see who it's attacking, and then I roll to see if it hits.
It is. Each time a creature targets me with an attack, I roll a d20
Okay, roll a d20.
to see if it hits me or a duplicate. I rolled probably good. I rolled a 16. I think that's enough. If you have 3 duplicates, you must roll a 6 or higher to change its attack. So it hits a duplicate.
Okay. It rolled a 23 to hit, so I think that hits your duplicate.
Oh yeah, it super hits.
And so that one disappears. So you are down 1.
Yeah, their
Nice.
AC is like 12.
I think it's 12. Yeah.
12, yeah.
Okay. And the second one is going to attack Clove.
Not also me.
That's a natural 1. So it misses. Bites at you, the slobbering maw, and you just like kick it out of the way. It is now Carmen's turn. And Carmen, with a flap of her wings, is just immediately closes the gap to Sebastian there. I forgot about that. I'll do that next time. She is going to make. Well, she's gonna make her 3 attacks against you because you're the only one over there right now. See if anyone else gets into melee. That's a 10 to hit, so that misses.
Yeah.
20 to hit.
That'll hit.
Geez, I'm rolling balls for damage. I've rolled minimum damage on every damage roll for her now. So that's 5 slashing damage and 7 poison damage.
Okay. So that's 12 total. Whoops, that's not what that is supposed to do. Okay.
Okay. And then 16 to hit.
That hits, yeah.
That'll be 12 slashing damage and 8
Okay.
poison damage.
Okay, so 20. Well, yeah, this is already not looking great.
And that is all 3 of her attacks. Basil, it is on you.
Defense or Nova? I don't know. No one's been hit yet, though, right?
Sebastian just got hit a whole bunch.
Oh, I see it now. My goodness. My goodness. Okay, well, blah, blah, blah. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to cast Protection from Evil and Good upon Sebastian.
Okay.
It's a concentration up to 10 minutes. It's going to give I'm going to choose fiends as the creature, and basically Sebastian will, or anything that targets Sebastian will have disadvantage on attack rolls, and can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed. And that's about it. So I'm going to do that. And invisibility disappears at the moment, and then I think I'm just gonna try to hide behind a table.
I mean, like the grand piano in the center of the room is probably a good thing to hide behind.
Cool.
So yeah, you duck behind that, and Sebastian, you feel the spell come over you. Basil appears. I think everyone is now visible. Okay, cool. So I'll just take that in consideration now. Cool. Back to the top of the round with Cordelia.
Cool. Are these things in melee with me?
One of the demons is.
Oh, I hate that so much. So I'm going to... Oh, I can magic missile the demon.
Yes, you can.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
I got a few left. 3rd level. Pew pew pew.
All right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that right?
It'd be 64.
6?
Because it's 3d4 plus 3 for first level, and that's 1 for. Oh no, you're right. 5. You said.
4, 5.
You said.
I'll
yeah.
do 6. Can I do
No,
6?
no.
Okay. I don't ever use magic missile. That's so good. 4, 8, 11, 13, 15. Plus 5 then. 20.
So 20. Nice.
Force damage. Right to his demon face.
That takes a big chunk out of that demon. It is not looking very good right now.
Good.
As it is blasted with that magic missile spell. Nice. That ends your turn, I assume?
Yep.
Okay. Sebastian.
Yep. So now that she's back up in my face, let's start by trying to punch her again.
Okay.
That's not gonna hit. That's 14.
No.
Trying another punch. Nope, that's even less. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I'm deciding between punching her or using my potion.
Potions are fun.
Yeah, let's do a patent potion.
All right. Let me get that up. Roll that.
I rolled max heals, or almost.
Nice.
I rolled a 4 for the fun effect, which I don't remember if that's anything.
Yes, it is.
Oh,
This is the dumbest one.
What'd it do?
You, as you drink the potion and you take a step back in this defensive position, suddenly you see as Sebastian kind of scratches at his face a bit, and a large beard made of feathers appears on, like, this big Gandalf style beard, just of these white feathers appears on Sebastian's face.
Yeah.
That's very good.
you don't want to mess with the poultrymancer.
I love it. I'm so glad that something happened. Okay. That'll end Sebastian's turn. She is understandably confused. Clove, it is your turn now. If sorry. Okay.
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry, I'm just
Nope, it's
trying
okay.
to also keep Winnie from, getting into everything she's not supposed to be. Okay. Shoot. What do I do? So one demon looks damaged.
Yeah,
How
one of them
does
is
Carmen look?
Carmen's looking okay. She's
She's
looking
looking
fine.
okay. Okay. Well, let's do some fun stuff. I don't know. Shoot. Can I do? I'm gonna copy Cordelia's lead, and I'm assuming I have my fan on me, and I'm gonna use it to do my wand of magic missiles.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go ahead and do all 6 of them.
Okay. Add who?
Let's just go after Carmen. I'm just gonna focus. That's what I'm gonna do. So that's what? So it's 3 missiles. So it's 3d4 plus. No,
Yeah, 3 plus 5, so it's 8.
8
8
again.
plus 8.
8d4. Yay! Let's do this. Okay. That one's cocked. Okay, so that is 3, 5, 8 plus 12, 14, 16, 20 points of force damage. Oh wait, no, 28 points of force damage.
Jeez.
To add the 8 at the end.
Now, is that's all 6? You only had 6 charges left, or is that all but one of the charges?
All but one.
Okay, I was making sure we didn't have to do the
Yep.
thing. Okay, so how much damage was that again?
28.
28. Yikes. Okay.
Right to her face.
Yeah. She didn't like that.
I didn't think she would.
As a barrage of magic missiles just pelts her mercilessly. Okay. Clove, as you sort of recoil from that, the blast of all those magic missiles, is now the 2 demons' turns. We're going to do another attack at Cordelia, the one that just tried to attack you before. Go ahead and roll your thing.
Okay, it's... Oh, Jesus, it's only 2. Cat is, like, holding my hand with all of his claws right now. It's very distressing. With 2 duplicates, I must roll an 8 or higher. I roll a 7.
So it's going to attack.
Me.
Well, it has to roll to hit. Yeah, that hits. That's 21 to hit for
Does it?
9 piercing damage.
Yeah.
I think a 21 is going to hit you even if you do a...
No. Yeah, it does.
Okay.
Okay. Ow.
Do you have your mage armor up? I don't remember you saying.
Yeah, and mage
Okay.
armor. With mage armor, I'm at a 15.
Okay.
So
Just making
plus
sure.
5 is a 20.
Okay. So yeah, it bites you. It hurts.
I hate it.
The other one is gonna do an attack at Clove. That's also a 21. For 11 piercing damage. That ends their turns. So Carmen now is going to. I mean, she's right up with Sebastian, and she wants to keep doing that, but she also has Clove over there. So I think what she does. Yeah, she's gonna give this a try. Instead, she takes the whip that she's holding, and instead of striking at you with it, Sebastian, she actually takes it and chucks it in the direction of Clove. And Clove, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw as the rope snakes across the room and goes to wrap around you.
Oh, good. Okay, dexterity saving throw. What is it? +2? Okay. Oh, wait, no, because I don't have my armor on, so it's +1. Okay, here we go. Oh, God. That was a 5.
That's not enough. The rope wraps around you, and you are now restrained by it.
Okay.
That is her action, though, so that is all she's going to be able to do this time around. Basil.
All right, from the cover of the grand piano, I'm going to pull out the big guns, as it were, and in the center of the melee, I'm going to cast Guardian of Faith. And I'm going to toss that in there. Now, a large spectral guardian appears and hovers for the duration in unoccupied space of your choice that you can see within range. Now, it suggests like a guardian with a sword and everything. I would like something more Cthulian, with a large eye and several tentacles with the razor talons on the end of them, just kind of.
Okay. All right.
That's what I would like. I've read these rules several times. I don't know exactly how to interpret them, so it's up to you. It's just whenever they move to a space within 10 feet. So maybe it's on their turn. I imagine so. I don't know.
For the ease of it, let's just do it now, and then if they move, they'll take the damage again.
Okay, so anything within the range must succeed on a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, which that's a 10, so 20 feet across the room. That's probably gonna get most of the room, to be honest.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so let's go ahead. I'm just going to have them, all three of them, make. What did you say? Wisdom save?
Yes, they're trying to beat 15.
Okay.
Looks like Dex save.
Dex save? Oh,
Sorry,
okay.
Dex. Sorry, I didn't. Yeah, I guess I wasn't listening. Sorry.
Okay. Dexterity saving throw for the two demons. This is not going to. Well, one rolled very well and got an 18. The other one got a 4.
Fantastic. The one that rolled 18 gets 10 points of radiant damage
All right.
as a razor tentacle slashes across them. And the other one that failed gets a full 20 damage of radiant damage that slashes across them.
I'm going to say that the one that succeeded was the one that Clove was fighting. That one is still up. The other one that Cordelia was fighting was incinerated by one of the radiant tentacles. So Carmen is going to make it, and she rolls with advantage on this. She rolls a 26, so she succeeds.
So she takes 10 points of radiant damage.
Nice. A lot of damage on that turn.
So
Okay.
there's a total of 40 damage. That means that I can only deal up to 20 more damage with that spell on the next turn.
And I will if either of them move, it will trigger again. So the first one to move will be that, which will probably be the other demon, but we'll see.
Cool.
Okay, nice. Cordelia, it is back to you.
Cool. I love that there is not a demon right next to me anymore. I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna try to Ray of Frost. Carmen.
Okay.
That sounds like something that she wouldn't like.
Probably not. Is that an attack roll?
Yes, that is. Was 17 plus 8 enough?
Yeah, 25. So yeah.
Yeah. She takes 2d8 cold damage.
Okay.
I rolled 15
Nice.
cold damage, and her speed is reduced by 10 feet.
She is resistant to cold damage, so
Well,
she's
she
gonna
can
take.
just keep being a butt, I guess.
She's gonna take 7 points of damage there.
Not what I expected.
And yeah, so okay, yeah, that but her speed is still reduced, so
By 10.
10. Okay, perfect.
Was it?
Yeah, it was very good. We reduced her
you.
speed. Okay,
That's it.
Sebastian, is your turn.
Okay, gonna keep doing what I'm trying to do and punch her.
Okay,
18 to hit.
that would hit, and I'm going to do this first thing that I remember now, and she's going to use her reaction to parry it. Adds 4 to her AC, which will make that miss.
Cool. Second punch. That will not hit. But will flurry of blows for my bonus.
Okay.
So first punch, nope. And second punch. I have been rolling garbage. That D20 is gone, but I will, with my now bonus or benefit of disengage, move away from her so that she has to move near the guardian if she wants to get any of us.
Okay. Perfect. So she's starting to move. All right, that'll be Clove's turn then. Oh,
Here, sorry. I'm so
that's
sorry.
okay. That's okay.
It's
You are currently restrained, which I'll pull that up. It just means
I can't.
you can't move.
Yeah.
And attacks against you will have advantage. You have
Okay.
disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
Yeah,
You can
so-
try to break free of it, but that will take your action.
So I can do spells with verbal and somatic. Not somatic, but verbal.
You could do any spell you want.
I
that's-
can?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not going to affect your spellcasting.
Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and cast Thorn Whip at Carmen.
Okay.
So that is a okay, melee attack, and that's +7. Okay, here we go. Any It did not do good. It was an 11.
Yeah, that'll miss. I think it wraps around her, but she sort of, as you pull against it, she throws her sword, sweeps with her sword, and cuts through the vine whip, thorn whip. Sorry,
Okay.
the MTN.
It's all good.
Okay. All right. That'll be the Maw Demon's turns. One's dead. One's going to attack at Clove. It actually doesn't have to move because you're right next to it. And it's going to attack at advantage. That's going to hit you, Clove, for 12 piercing damage. And then it'll be Carmen's turn again, and she is going to have to move. So she'll make another dexterity saving throw. That'll succeed, but I think she takes 10 points.
She does.
Nice. As another tentacle lashes out at her, and more radiant damage burning through her armor. She is going to... a lot of people are hurting her right now. I think she's less scared of Sebastian now than she was before. I think she's more frustrated with this big glowing thing in the center of the room. So I think she's going to go for Basil. So I think she flies over the grand piano.
I take it as a compliment.
And she is going to make... she's going to at least make her first 2 attacks at you. It's a 14 to hit.
Meets.
I'll just do all the attacks first. 23 to hit.
Meets.
12 to hit.
That's what I am, meat now. Yeah, the 12 does not hit, but
12 does not hit. Okay, you take a total of 17 slashing damage
okay,
and 26 poison damage.
I want to say 17 and 26 poison.
Yes.
Okay. Whew. Rough stuff. I'm gonna do. I got hit twice. So I'll do a concentration check for the sanctuary or whatever. No, protection from evil and good.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that meets or not. The second one fails.
Well, second one actually it might not because the second attack. Yeah, it fails.
Yeah.
I did that. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So that is gone.
Okay. So this is. Does she look like she's virile and ready to keep going for quite some time, or she's upset and
she's pretty enraged right now, and she's showing some hit. She's bloodied. If we're going in the meta term for it.
All right. Well, this isn't the best. Man, I should do the. Oh, I can do that. Fantastic. All right. So what I'm going to do is at 3rd level, I'm going to cast, because she got right up in my grill, I'm going to cast Inflict Wounds at 3rd level.
Go to make your attack.
I rolled an 18.
Let me check something. She's had her turn.
So she has a reaction again.
Rip. So she's going to parry that. She does not want to be anywhere near that.
That's fair.
I need it. Let me double check because I'm not sure if it's just. I actually need to check whether it's melee spell attacks. Because it just says 1 melee attack that would hit it.
I mean, you can interpret it however you want.
Oh, no. To do so, the must see the attack. Oh, no. Okay, never mind. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Swats away my hand. Okay, so Rip. I'm going to use Nimble Escape, which is a goblin thing. And as a bonus action, I'm going to disengage and scurry away and get as far away from her as I can.
Nice. So you coalesce this handful of dark energy and go striking up towards her. She sees it, and in the rough condition that she's in, especially getting hit by, if she was hit by that, she uses a reaction to sort of swat away her hand with her sword, with the broadside of it, and the energy is dispersed. And before she can do another strike against you, you sort of duck under the piano and go scurrying across the room away from her. Nice. It is Cordelia's turn now.
while she's distracted.
Okay.
Can I get to her?
Yeah, definitely.
Sweet. I'm gonna run up on her. I'm gonna cast a Vampiric Touch. And I'm gonna
Okay.
try to hit her.
All right. She is off kilter because she's used her reaction at this point. So roll your attack.
Oh, that's good. That is 24.
That'll hit.
Great. I grab her and I do some damage. Just 3d6. Okay. 11, 12 necrotic damage, and I heal
Nice.
half of that.
Nice.
Whoops.
Okay. So
12 points for her.
then 6 points for you.
me.
Nice. So that's your action. You're now up in her face there.
I am, and I don't like it, but I am.
There are also like 2 others of you right now. You still have that. Okay. Well, actually, she does have true sight, so that probably won't affect it. But yeah, Sebastian.
Yep, I am gonna run up on Carmen and try and punch her again,
Okay.
because this is what I do.
Yes.
That's good D20. That's 24 to hit.
Okay. Hits.
At least when I hit, I roll good damage. That's 8. Magic bludgeoning. And before my second attack, what I'm going to attempt to do is with my Tavern Brawler feat. When you hit a creature with an unarmed strike, you can use a bonus action to attempt to grapple them.
Okay.
So basically running up, jumping, punching her, and then I guess just trying to grab on. And yeah. So I guess I make athletics. She gets to have her choice.
Okay. She will also do athletics.
That's only a 14 for me.
17 for her.
Okay. So that's my bonus, but still get one more punch.
Okay.
Nope, that's not going to hit. So I went in for this cool move and was not expecting it to fail, and don't get her again.
Yeah, as you punch on it, you try to grab onto the armor, and again, she definitely kind of spins through the air, wrenching herself free of your attempted grapple. And then as you go for the second strike, she again, kind of like what she did for Basil before, deflects it with the broadside of her sword.
Yep.
Okay.
Now I'm up in her face too, so it's not just Cordelia.
Yes. Clove, still your turn, still restrained.
Okay. But the restraint isn't hurting me, right? I'm just stuck where I am.
Yeah, you're just stuck where
Okay.
you
Yep, then we'll just try Thorn Whip again, because why not, right?
are. Okay.
Winnie, you're not giving me any luck anymore. Yeah, that's a 12. That's nothing. That's one more than I did last time.
Yeah. You strike out the Thorn Whip again. She's just parrying all these strikes to the side. That'll put it to the demon's turn. It's still chomping away at you, Clove, with advantage. That's going to hit for 5 piercing damage against Clove. Okay, you got it. I'm just going to update it. It is now Carmen's turn. And she's going to attack the 2 people that are right in front of her. So she's going to take a longsword attack at... she's going to start with, I guess, Cordelia. That's going to be a 25 to hit.
Wow, I was like, should I use shield now? Nah, that hits me a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, no, wait. Time out.
This is duplicates.
I have 1 duplicate left.
She doesn't. She sees you.
She knows. Okay.
Yeah.
Time in.
It helped with the maw damage. Not going to help with her.
Well, I've still got 1 left.
That's going to
Which
be
is
8 slashing and 14 poison, so 22 points of damage there.
That's cool. I'm not putting it into the calculator.
Second attack against you.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's a 15 to hit.
Shield.
Yes. Okay.
And it
that
does
one
not.
you can deflect away, and then the third one against Sebastian. 17 to hit.
Yep.
That's 8 slashing and 17 poison.
Okay.
So 25 points of damage total. Yikes. Okay. That is all she's got on her turn. Very surprised you guys haven't gone down yet. Basil, it's your turn.
Oh, the two demons are down.
One is still up and gnawing at Clove.
Okay, there's still 10 damage left on my guardian.
Yeah, they haven't. None of them moved on their turn.
None of them moved. Okay. Let's see. So just to quickly recap. So Clove is kind of wrapped up still. Is Clove still wrapped up, and there's a maw demon around her, or around?
Yes, she is still wrapped up, still restrained by the rope, and the thing is just jumping and attacking her. It's not doing a lot of damage, but it's kind of whittling her down.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna. I just don't think I can take out the ladies or take out Carmen. So I'm gonna try inflict wounds again, but on the maw demon.
Maw demon. Okay, yeah, make your attack.
All right. So running back towards, where is it? I'm gonna do this one at 3rd level as well.
Okay.
So that's 22 to hit.
Yeah.
And 35 necrotic damage.
That thing is toast.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you just you grab onto it and just all the life from this thing is just drained away, and like large gashes begin to open up on the sides, begins bleeding profusely onto the ground, and just turns into a puddle of mush in front of you. It is just ripped to shreds.
Okay. I won't actually be able to do anything, but flavor speaking, I'm just gonna start trying to cut away what's at Clove's, what's tying her up.
Yeah.
But not actually do anything, but just
helping.
The scene begins.
All right. Okay. Cordelia, it is your turn. All that's left is Carmen.
Yes, I need to make a concentration check for the 22 damage I took last turn.
Oh yes. So yeah, 1 concentration check for you.
That's good. Dirty 20.
Yeah, you're good with that.
Yes.
What
Then
you
I'm
got?
gonna do vampiric touch again.
Okay.
I'm just gonna see you grab it onto her. Please be good. 25.
25 hits.
Yeah, eat it. That's 10 necrotic damage to her. 5 healing.
What was the
points.
total in your? No, I'm not gonna worry about it.
What?
10 necrotic damage. I missed the chance to parry, but that's fine. I'll just wait.
25 to hit.
25.
That would have been.
Yeah.
She wouldn't have been able to do it anyway.
Haha.
Can't she burn a reaction now anyway?
No.
Okay. Just check. Because that would make things
Grab it
real
on.
easy.
I just wasted it on the first one that hit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You get some healing back. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. That's your
Just
action.
like biting at her ankles. Like
I think that puts it to Sebastian's turn then.
Yep. Same thing I've been doing. Punch, 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 punch.
Mhm.
Whoops, that went outside my dice box. Should have stuck with what it was outside.
Thank you for being honest.
Dirty 20.
She'll parry that one.
Okay.
Cool. It's good.
Flurry of blows.
Burning those reactions. We like it.
Yep. 17, which misses.
That misses. Yeah.
Another dirty 20.
Okay. That one hits.
Sick.
Not as good damage. That's only 6.
Hey. All right. Anything else?
Nope. That was action and bonus.
Okay. Clove, is your turn. The demon in front of you is dead. You're still restrained, but the only threat in the room right now currently is Carmen.
It's Carmen. Okay. because we're not outside. There's not a whole lot I can do. So we're gonna third time's a charm, guys. Third time's a charm. Thorn whipping her.
Okay.
Let's try dice that hasn't yelled at me yet. Oh man. I swear to God, I'm going 1 up every time.
Is it a 13 this time?
Yes.
Oh. It's getting like the whips are getting stronger each time, but you're having a hard time like navigating with the restraint. Yeah. I just like this image of Basil like trying to pull on the ropes and her just whipping out with the thorn whip over and over again. Nice. Okay. I'm gonna delete the moth demons off the tracker. They're gone. Just puts it to Carmen's turn now. Okay. She sees Sebastian not doing well. She's gonna make an attack for Sebastian, try to finish you off. Won't do it with an 11. 14.
Nope.
27.
That'll hit.
So waste 2 strikes. Last one is gonna be 5 slashing and 17 poison.
Yep, I'm down.
Okay, Sebastian goes down.
Okay.
All right. One less person on the field. She turns to the remaining 3 of you with a look.
I'm trying to think if my feather beard is still intact.
I like it. No, we'll keep it there for now. I like the idea of that happening later. But your pristine feather beard is not struck by the poison wielding strikes of her longsword. Okay, she wants to move, but that thing is still there. She does not like that. So she's kind of stuck where she's at. Basil.
The nature of the thing that's snaring her, like, is there something like an action that can do to try to get her free? Is it like mundane stuff that can cut free, or is it something
you could attempt to? It's kind of like living rope. If you could attempt to cut it or strike it to cut it away, it might be a little hard to do because it is magical. Or you could make a strength check to try to
rip. I will definitely try to cut it away.
Okay.
So roll a natural 20. So, and I with my dagger, it's 8 piercing damage. So not a ton, but
okay. It's you start sawing through it. That deals some damage to it. You're about halfway through, like one of the strands right now.
All right. While I'm cutting, I'm like, oh, and then beseech Gabagool to get that dastardly gentleman back up into his feet with a healing word.
Okay.
I'm just gonna do it first level. So you get 6 points of healing damage.
Nice.
I don't think with the spell slots I have, I don't think I could heal you enough where it would matter. If you take 1 hit, you're going down. But yeah, but you can at least act again. So that's all I can do with my turn as I continue to try to chop away at these ropey popies.
Okay. Cordelia, it is your turn.
Cool. I'm still right up in her face. And everyone's alive and breathing, which is good.
Yes.
So I'm gonna in a very dramatic move, I wanna try to get around like in front of her and just like grab her face. I still got vampiric touch, so I'm gonna
Okay.
do that.
Yeah, go ahead and
Attack her face specifically.
go for the face.
Yeah.
Literally attack her face.
That is a 21?
21 hit. No, she's gonna parry it. She's in a rough position. She's parrying everything that's coming her way.
But it's before Sebastian does all his blows, so that's great.
Yeah.
That reaction. Good.
Okay, well, I'm
She's not
still
liking that magic draining.
flying claws out
Yeah.
towards
You're
her
flying
face.
at her, and she smacks it away, and there's still this like in this kind of again going this sort of vampiric form coming at her. Nice. Okay, Sebastian.
I use my 5 feet of movement to get back up, probably behind her. So she
Okay.
thinks this isn't going to confer any mechanical benefit, but she thinks I'm down, and then I just start popping her in the back of the head. Not with a 3. A natural 20 is going to do it.
Nice.
10 bludgeoning.
Okay.
Is she still up?
Yep, she is still up.
Okay, flurry of blows. 24.
Hits.
Only 4 damage.
Okay. Still up.
And that does not hit.
Okay.
Boy.
Real close. Yeah, you're pummeling it back to the head. She wheels back around on you with this look on her face like, I can't believe you are not dead. And is very infuriated right now. Okay, that will put it to Clove's turn then.
Let's go for the 16, friends.
Come on.
26.
That'll hit.
Okay. 2d6. And that's... I don't think anything adds to it, but let me double check. I think, yeah, no, it's just 2d6. So that's a 7 points of piercing damage.
Okay, here's my question. Are you pulling her too? Because she's still in the Guardian.
Yes. Yes, I am.
And it still can deal 10 hit points damage. Is going to be the minimum. Okay.
Well, it's maximum. So it doesn't
that's-
matter if she saves or not. She can only take 10.
She can only take 10. Okay, so
Well,
so
actually, is that how it works?
so it would deal 20. It's 20 points of damage, which would be reduced by half if she succeeded, but it can
Yeah.
only deal up to 9 more. That's the
That's
wording's
weird.
weird. It's
Yeah.
cooler if we do it this way. I like this
Okay.
ending better. And I think what happens is Clove, you send out that vine, the thorn whip, it wraps around her, and she's yanked away, kind of digging her some more. And as she's trying to get back with her sword and taking another strike, suddenly these tentacles come whipping out towards her, and like she is struck by lightning. She kind of convulses there for a moment, and then as the Guardian dissolves away, she's just kind of this smoldering kind of armored form, just a lot more bloodied, and it collapses in a heap in the midst of all of you.
Ooh, boy.
Time to go.
Yeah. We should bring her with us, shouldn't we?
Yeah, Angel's got words for this one.
So I, in the most ladylike fashion, I guess is the best way to put it.
So
Because I'm the
dignified.
biggest, yeah, right? Like in my full getup of glory, and just throw her over my shoulder, and that's GTFO.
Okay, I assume you guys aren't trying to walk down through the cabaret.
I think looking for some kind of roof access, maybe?
I can
Uh,
make a couple people invisible still.
And I will also pass without a trace, everybody.
Okay. So here's what I will say. There is a balcony, but it would be maybe difficult to get her off the
Have a
balcony.
flying broom.
You'd go a flying broom. I forget about that. Yeah, you could taxi people off the
I
balcony.
do that.
Also, question, since I went down, do I need to make an injury roll?
Yeah. Go ahead and roll that, and we'll deal with if you fail it, we'll deal with the consequences after. DC is something. I don't remember. I'll deal with that in a second. But yeah, let's go to
Well, I
Ruff.
probably failed. Or do I add my con save?
Yes.
7.
Oh no, that's a fail. Okay, I'll give you your consequence here in a second. But yeah, so I'll say you guys stabilize her, so she's not dead, but you don't bring her back to consciousness. Am I
Okay.
correct in assuming that?
Yeah.
Okay. And you will also have the rope. if you're able to pull Clove out of it. So someone can add a rope of entanglement to their inventory, or you can put it in the party inventory. You don't know the command word to it yet.
I don't know, Clove, you have it, so.
Yeah, so if Clove wants to keep holding on to it since it has an affinity to her, you take the rope and you all amscray. And as you hear the sound of the performance kind of muffled from below, realizing the dangers of a silence home security system, you all make your escape with your target in tow. And that's where we're going to end our session for tonight. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Sorry we went a little bit late, but I didn't want to just end this and have 10 minutes of combat when we came back, or 20 or whatever it ended up being. But yeah, good job, good game. Thanks to Ryan for hanging out with us. We'll deal with what Basil's payment and stuff off screen and negotiate that for the next.
We'll pay him.
Yeah. So a couple of things for this coming week. Like I said at the beginning of the stream, we have our next episode of Cyberscape that is coming up on Wednesday. Next episode of Matropony is going to be up on. We're going to be doing that on Thursday. We won't have a Misrule next Saturday. Like I said, we're traveling. We're probably going to end up doing a sort of bi-weekly thing for a little bit. I think we might have a couple in a row after next week, but we'll kind of keep you updated. Sven and I's schedule is just kind of way up in the air right now. But we will be back for show on the 23rd. And then check out all of our other stuff, announcements and other shows that we are doing on our Twitter. You can go to our Twitch page. Our full schedule is there. Go to our website, ggk.smvi.co, and join our Discord. Links below in the chat, or in amongst all that other stuff. And you can come and chat with us there. And we're pretty cool people to talk to, if I do say so myself. I think that's it. Any other last words from our crew?
Debutante.
Okay.
Dilettante.
Good last words.
We love you.
Yeah. With that, until next time, good game and good night, Internet.
Good night,
Internet.